Let's go! All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers, back with another episode of Zaya&TheSteelers. And on this episode, it is the first episode that the Steelers are undefeated, ladies and gentlemen. The Steelers are 1-0 upon recording of this podcast episode. What is going on, guys? I hate to be Google Explorer about this. I hate to be Internet Explorer about this because, as we all know, the game happened on Friday, and here I am talking about it on Monday. It has been a very hectic weekend for me. It has been a very, very crazy time, but we are back, and I apologize for this video coming out as late as it is. I'm actually recording this on the Monday, the day of. So things are a bit, shifted on the schedule. However, I didn't want to miss talking about this game, of course, because it was, it was our first game, and we looked really fucking good, honestly. We looked very fucking good. But truthfully, I have been traveling. I have been kind of going back and forth, and I was trying to get this game in the car. And the NFL app is horrible. The NFL app is terrible. Don't give them your money because they're just gonna fucking home broadcast you to death, and they're gonna be like, oh, we can't show this even though you just paid $10 for this app. So don't do that. And then trying to watch it on the other websites, it was just tweaking. It was going back and forth. And so, with all that said, we're gonna watch this together. I have the full highlights up, and and it's also raining out. Jesus Christ! I've seen about the first couple drives. I've seen a few of those, but I'm telling you, I had to leave and come back, and it was like, man, do I really love the Steelers? I really did, and it was hurting me trying to get this game up, and the shit just kept pausing and freezing, and so I think we're going to just honestly get into the highlights. I'm going to kind of dissect each play and just what my thoughts are about it. I've seen random plays, too, that have happened throughout the game. I've seen those plays happen, too, and I want to kind of see them with the context as well. So, yeah, we're going to go through this, and then we're also going to talk about Mason over Mitch, and then we're also going to talk about Kendrick Green, and not just Kendrick Green himself. But there is a video from Big Ben's podcast, him talking about Kendrick Green. And I know Kendrick Green didn't have the best game, and I know, things aren't all positive for Kendrick Green, but I do want to shoot him a little bit of bail. I do want to shoot Kendrick Green just the slightest amount of bail. But, I mean, we all know him on the offensive line isn't really the greatest thing you want to see in the world. But with all that said, I have this video paused right here. I have this highlight video paused. We're just going to go ahead and play it. No sound either, no sound, so it's going to be me commentating, and you can't even see Kenny at the start of this, but Big Truz, Kenny is throwing this ball. So we hit play right here. First play is a pretty much a strike to Pat Freiermuth right here. And real quick off the first play, I know this isn't much, and we will definitely get to a play that is more this style. But Kenny is rifling this ball. Kenny is rifling some of these passes. Now we got him lined up in the backfield, stepping back. Really, too, I want to look at because I just didn't get the chance to do this while I was trying to get it in the car. But I really want to look at some of the offensive line positions as well. So if we look right here, obviously we got Dan Moore in the starting lineup. Dan Moore doing his best. Somebody else on the other side, maybe that's Chakuma. He's kind of getting beat too. But Kenny rolling out. Look at the speed of Kenny rolling out, and he's gonna hit a open Deontay. That is Deontay Johnson. He's gonna hit an open Deontay. So right there, banger play right there. And then right here we got a Jaylen Warren run. Now this run I seen, and this run is crazy on the surface. On the surface, just a 9-yard run. Nothing too nuts. But I did see him make a few cuts, and it's just like the speed. That's one cut right there. Right here we got another cut. That's two cuts. That's two people who he's made miss. Now we got two more people. Someone is getting a pretty nice block right here. But he still has one more man to beat, and he cuts literally in between them two, all in the span of what, less than a second? This is crazy. This is crazy what Jaylen Warren's doing. Just cutting straight up the middle of them, cutting through him. And, I mean, it's a gain of 9 yards, but, getting 9 yards is solid. But Jaylen Warren, he's looking good too. Really, I didn't see Naj run that much. I know he probably didn't play as much, but I don't think I saw a single Naj run. I maybe have seen him rush for 4 yards, but I don't think Naj really got the ball like that. And then we got some play action on the move. Kenny rolling out, finding Deontay again. We're really been I know this has been a thing of Louisville player. Shout out to Louisville. I know this has been a thing of us kind of attacking the sidelines, And I think, of course, we're going to use more of the middle of the field this season. But as we do these play action passes, as Matt Canada is allowed to cook, we have receivers like Deontay, like George, who can get open after the catch, who can kind of keep extending plays out. And I mean, he's open from the jump, really. He's open from the jump. I don't even know where is he on the bottom of the screen here? This is kind of like I said, guys, this is live for me too. Deontay must be on. No, is this Deontay up here? All right, so yeah, Deontay's all the way up here, and he's just going to cut straight across the middle of the field. Number 8, is that Servassier Dennis? I feel like number 8 is Servassier Dennis. Servassier Dennis, he's on pursuit. He's kind of in the zone right here, but we just fit it right there. Servassier, you take a wide angle at it. Shout out to Deontay getting that pass. And now I think, if I'm not mistaken, is the real play, is the real moneymaker right here. It is indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, George Pickens after the catch, ladies and gentlemen. That is a Pickett to Pickens touchdown. 7-0, first drive of the game. That is a touchdown. And I'm going to open this up. I'm just not as prepared as I would like to be. But in my last video, Steelers versus Buccaneers preview, something I said that I wanted to see really kind of already was I wanted to come out scoring early, and I don't think I'll be able to find the timestamp because I'm not prepared. But I swear, guys, if you find this video, one of the things that I really wanted to do is I wanted to come out and smack the Buccaneers in the mouth as this audio plays. I wanted to come out and just absolutely torch the Buccaneers. I wanted to come out and score quick if possible, because really that was our biggest problem last year. Really, we would score in games, but it wouldn't be until late. Like, we would start games so late. And same thing with Ben. Like, even when Ben was there, like, we would start games fucking down 100-0 because we couldn't score for the first 3 quarters. So it is the preseason, but it is good to see us being able to score on the first drive. And honestly, we moved down the field relatively easily. We're gonna see the sky cam here, how this play develops. Kenny looking up. Yo, Kenny, I got his jersey on, man. Kenny Pickett is so good. He's so ready, man. So right here, we're gonna see Kenny, George Pickens down here, right? Kenny, he's looking off everybody right now. He's literally looking off everybody right now. He peeps that way, freezes the safety, and that leaves George Pickens open, freezes the safety up here, and then also freezes this linebacker over here by the look. Because if he's just staring down George Pickens, then the 52, he's gonna come over. But I mean, he starts to play beautifully by already looking this way. 52 is already on the right. This is where he has to go anyway. But if he's just looking at George, then 52 can be like, oh, okay, let's move over here, because that's where the ball is going. So Kenny, veteran moves, freezes the linebacker up until the last point. Once he finally looks at George Pickens' way, you can see George is making the break on his route. It's going to be too late. It's too late for anybody to come back unless the throw is horrible. Kenny, he don't make horrible throws. And so we get the job done. Rifles it into George Pickens. This is an absolute strike in between 3 people. And then George Pickens after the catch, just turning it into 6. Fun fact, when I was watching this game, I seen this play like happen, but my stream froze like right about here. My stream froze, like it was buffering just to fuck me, right? And I swear I was telling you, I was like, oh, George Pickens just got a first down and probably a touchdown. Like, I swear I said that. Because I knew, like, I could tell, like, he was just turning this into 6. I don't know. It looked so beautiful. And, like, the play itself, the throw is great, but the play itself is really just, a 10-yard little pass. But this is what we need. This is what we've needed our offensive playmakers to do. Turn this into 6. Like, listen, we're prone to get right here and then 3 and out, have to kick a field goal. We're very prone to do that. If you judge off last year, if you judge off years past, we are very prone to do that. And so George Pickens turning this into 6, this is a very positive sign. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So shout out to Kenny, shout out to George. The connection is there. George Pickens better than Garrett Wilson. I said it a few podcasts ago. George Pickens is definitely better than Garrett Wilson. George Pickens is definitely the defending Rookie of the Year. George Pickens is definitely a top 10 receiver right now. And George Pickens, by the end of the season, will definitely be a top 5 receiver. So there's that. I mean, there's that. And I got the Kenny Pickett jersey on right now, too. So, I mean, it's like we're twinning. It's like I'm Kenny Pickett. It's like I just threw that touchdown to George Pickens. So shout out to them. And now, I mean, we got the sky cam. But now, really, there's a few other drives, a few other defensive plays that I'm going to talk about in a second here as we go. But really, as far as like sitting down, watching the drive, getting to watch the whole drive, I wasn't able to, man. Like it just kept tweaking. And so there are a few more plays that I have seen, but really now this is gonna be kind of live and direct, and I'm gonna point out plays, and positive or negatives. We'll see. So starting out, we're facing Baker Mayfield, which I thought was pretty funny. Starting out, we got him rolling out, finding somebody. This is Scotty Miller. Shout out to Scotty Miller. James P. Or that's not Scotty Miller. Damn. It used to be Scotty Miller, though. Scotty Miller used to be 10. I don't know who that is now. But Cole Holcomb. I did see this play. Cole Holcomb. This right here is a great stop. I don't know if we'll see our defensive blitz. It's probably going to be positives for Tampa Bay. But Cole Holcomb, this is a fantastic stop. Maybe a gain of like 4 or 5, but really it could have turned into more. And Cole Holcomb also, he gets back into this play. Like he's chipped by the receiver. The tight end kind of shows. And right here, like he's at a bad angle. And right here is exactly where our old linebackers would have fucking given up. Right here is exactly where 83 turns this play into a fucking 40-yard gain. But Cole Holcomb, he stays in it. He stays running. He stays after him. And, I mean, to me, that's a great play, honestly. Now we got Baker Mayfield rolling out. Oh, did we? Oh, this was almost, I swear this was almost picked. This was a great catch. That was a great catch. I did see that, and the Buccaneers promptly get the fuck off the field. So shout out. Now we got Mitch on the field. What is Mitch going to do? Mitch is throwing it over the middle. There's nobody there. Is that a pass interference? Did something happen? We're going to talk about Mitch in a second, too, because there have been some developments. Is this pass interference? Oh, this is super pass interference. Is that Servassier, Dennis? Yo, Servassier, what's the beef, man? That's crazy. Servassier, doesn't he just look like a linebacker, though? Like, I know he's not on the Steelers. I know he's a Buccaneer now, but he did play at Pitt. Doesn't Dennis just like look good? He looks like he's been playing here forever. But I mean, come on, this you can't do this, man. Like, and Mitch is like, you can't do this, man. That's why you're making Mitch look bad. That's crazy. That easily could have been picked off though, honestly. And that was the play of the drive. That's crazy. Mitch gets one play, nice little run there. Granted, this is late in the first quarter. I don't know how much the defense got, but hopefully we can stop these runs a little better as Baker picks us off right there. Oh, and I believe this is a touchdown to Mans right here, who James Pierre is on. I haven't seen this play, but I heard the live broadcast, and I heard James Pierre made a great attempt on this. Let's see. So he lobs it up. That was beautiful. Listen, man, I know we hate Baker Mayfield, but Baker Mayfield, you're going to get a gunshot. I'm sorry, a shameless gunshot for me. Baker Mayfield, this is a great pass. I don't know what you want me to say. This is a great pass. And he fades him right over James Pierre. But, like, I mean, James could be more on him, I guess. James could fucking pass interference, I guess. But, come on, you really think James Pierre thought Baker Mayfield was making this throw, bro? This is a great throw. That's a great throw. And great play by the receiver, too, to get his feet in bounds. He might have stepped out, though. I remember hearing this was a bit controversial. Will they replay it? I don't think they'll replay it close enough for us. But he might have stepped out. Oh, maybe they will. Does he get both feet down? It's going to just take me. I can't really tell. And if this replay isn't going to help me. I feel like they gave it to him, so whatever. We'll just give it to him. Oh, here we got another. One. Oh, no, that's out. Are you kidding me? That's not a touchdown. That's not a touchdown at all. I don't think. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Fuck. Can I drag it a little bit? No, I can't drag it a little bit. Guys, you guys have seen this play. I swear he's out. He's out. This is crazy. He's out. The first foot, he gets the first foot down, but the second foot, upon the other angle, this second foot is clearly touching out of bounds. So this isn't a touchdown. James Pierre, tough luck. Like, this isn't even a touchdown, but of course, since it's James Pierre, we're gonna kill him. It's not a touchdown though. So James Pierre, good defense to me. And fuck you, Baker Mayfield. I hate Baker Mayfield. Good throw, though. So now, here we are, back on offense. Fake to Anthony McFarland. Mitchell Trubisky lining up, throwing it deep. Oh, and off the hands. Oh, it was off the hands to Cody White? Man, yo, you guys are sleeping on Mitch, man. I'm sorry. You guys are hating on Mitch. I mean, granted, maybe he throws this out a bit farther, but this is a play you got to make. This is a play Cody White has to make, to be honest. I mean, unless we still got Chase Claypool. Like, this is a play that has to be made. Mitch, once again, maybe a little bit of an errant throw, which leads to the interception. However, I think this is a makeable play. This isn't like a we gotta kill Mitch now. Like, Mitch is playing horrible. He stinks. Like, I don't think that was that. And this is me talking. This is the Mitch hater talking. Like, personally, I mean, this is just kind of bad luck. It's batted up in the air. and he just so happens to get the interception. So, I mean, that's tough luck on Mitch. Are we not going to show the Quan Alexander hit? Really? We're going to go through this whole video and not show Quan Alexander's hits? That's a bit ridiculous. I would like to talk about Quan Alexander for a bit because he was flying. Silly me for thinking this would be in the highlights videos as we make a 4th and 1. Was 3rd and 1? As we make a 4th and 1 stop. Right here, we just collapse. Keanu Benton, a bunch of people just absolutely destroy the fucking line. I think DeMarvin Leal's out there too, like just absolutely crushing. Do we stop him twice? Oh my God, you guys got stopped on 4th and 1 twice, bro. No way, no way, no way, no way. No way, Tampa Bay. No way you guys let us stop you on 4th and 1 twice, bro. Where is your push? Where is your push from your offensive line? That can't happen. The Steelers, we're just too nasty, bro. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. So here we are back with the ball. Mitch is, oh my God, Calvin Austin, bro. We're gonna talk about Calvin Austin and Matt Canada cooking with the jet sweep. That shit fooled me. I was like, where's the ball? Yo, that shit is crazy. So Calvin Austin coming running down, and the speed, he just takes it. He just takes it, and I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I don't know who got blocked, but this little hesitation right here, this is how quick Calvin Austin is, and this is NFL. We're playing in NFL now, so this is like grown man shit going on. This guy, like he hesitates just for that second. He hesitates just for a second because he's not picked up on a block. He's not really he's not picked up, and so with the way the line moves, like they're all pushing to the right. It's like, oh, this is going to the right, and then you got Calvin Austin coming around going to the left side, right? So all I have to say, this guy appears to be not falling for the trickery, but just the fact of being frozen for this second is all that Calvin Austin needs. I think, is that Devin White? No, it's not. This is the second quarter, Isaiah. Devin White is not in this ball game. But yeah, I mean, that's all he needs. Calvin Austin, he just takes it, and he's so fast. We got Gentry. Is that Zach Gentry? It's either Zach Gentry or Muth. I don't think Muth is out there in the second quarter though. So yeah, I think we got Zach Gentry or some other tight end laying down some blocks too. I think that's Gunnar Olszewski. That's Gunnar Olszewski laying down some blocks, and Calvin Austin, he just turns it upfield. So shout out to him for that. Then we got another Mitch throw. Let's see how this goes. Right over the middle of the field, I believe that is to Connor Hayward. Shout out to Connor Hayward. And now we got an Anthony McFarland run, preseason demon. Anthony McFarland, man. Anthony McFarland balled out on Friday. We talked about the RB3 position. We talked about the just that position in general, and maybe it's a question between Anthony McFarland and someone else. But really, it's not a question. Anthony McFarland is our RB3. Anthony McFarland played very well in the preseason last year, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, unless we want to talk about the James Conner or Benny Snell lines, like unless we want to talk about that, Anthony McFarland never got a super solid chance. Like he's got a game or two where Snell or James Conner was hurt, or maybe even Najee was hurt. Like maybe he had like a game, but our offensive line is nowhere near where it is now. And Anthony McFarland just kind of got bad timing, bad luck, because we ended up taking a running back in the first round. Maybe a year or two after he's drafted. So bad luck for him. But Anthony McFarland, he's a preseason demon, man. He turns up in the preseason. And this is a great run. It's also a great push by our line. Like he's untouched. He's untouched like right in the backfield. Like that's huge. And so now I think this is Kyle Trask. We're getting down deep into it. Second quarter, just wide open. James Pierre. Tough day for James Pierre as somebody else too. Who the hell is that? Who is 20? 28 just laid the wood. But yeah, tough day for James Pierre, I heard. But, you live and die with James Pierre as he fucking gets Trenton Thompson, I believe his name is. He gets a fucking interception. This is huge. Absolutely huge. Massive. And, this is preseason, so it is what it is. But if you just take a look at the score, which you can't see because I am a bad cropper, it is 14-7 right now. I swear, it's 14-7 right now with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. We're up 14. So getting this, like, in a real game scenario, we get the ball back with a chance to go up another score going into halftime. Like, this is a huge interception. This is like a well-timed interception. And, in the preseason, when you're not the most recognizable player, making plays like this, like that's a one-shot, thing to get you on the team. And now we got Mason Rudolph on 3rd and 31. How did we get to 3rd and 31? We'll see. We got Mason Rudolph on 3rd and 31, and he's going down. He's getting sacked. Really? Like this right here, to me, based on what I've heard, like for example, Kendrick Green will kind of highlight him. I know we're in 3rd and 31 because of Kendrick Green, and they're just not going to show me it. I'm going to have to search out Kendrick Green slander. But this line, all right, to me, it gets an all right push right here. They're only rushing 4. 49, 49. He kind of breaks through. Who is this? Is that Matt Filer? No, Matt Filer is on Matt Filer is actually on the Bucs. I don't know who this is, but I think this guard seems to be the culprit. But he gets double moved. Like, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of just a good play by Tampa. They kind of do the X pattern. They get lost. James Daniels gets, or not James Daniels. I'm sorry. Broderick Jones gets lost. Do I even like the Steelers really? But yeah, they do this X thing, and like they're both trying to get this guy, and then 49 he kind of comes free, and by the time Mans realizes it, it's kind of over. And so I mean, I guess a good play. Let's give Mason Rudolph some time, but it is what it is, and they're hype. I'm weak. They're hype. So now we're back on defense. Okay. Really, like at this point, I mean, Cole Holcomb, or I don't think that's Cole Holcomb. That's somebody. At this point, like all the players that I'm really naming, all the players that like I've kind of spotlighted, they might even be gone at this point. So this is like really people fighting to make roster spots. Like I said, I wanted to show some Quan Alexander plays, but he's out of the game right now. And I know we have some Kendrick Green plays to look through, and I don't know what this punt is. Really? We're just showing this punt? What happened? Like, really? We're going to show this punt, but not Quan Alexander, NFL? That's crazy. Mason Rudolph lighting it up. Finding Connor Hayward again. Is that Dennis? Saracier Dennis. Can we turn? We got to get your head on a swivel, bro. Saracier Dennis. We got to get your head on a swivel. Funny enough, we played Michigan State in a bowl game. Pitt did. And I don't know if Saracier Dennis played, but it's actually Connor Hayward scored a touchdown on us. So it's funny to see him and Dennis kind of in coverage again. So shout out to Connor Hayward. Now, dang, we got a bomb from Mason Rudolph coming. I can't even hold my excitement. We got a bomb from Mason Rudolph coming, and Mason Rudolph takes the sack here. Really, what kind of? I mean, this is Broderick Jones' guy, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. Mason, like, he doesn't get super beat and immediately cooked. Mason steps up in the line. Saracier Dennis unblocked. Oh no, he's coming late. I think is that Anthony McFarland picking up the block. I think Anthony McFarland picks up the block, but really McFarland picks up the block. Mason has to move up, and guy on the left spot, he comes all the way around and gets him. I guess maybe on Broderick, but there's kind of a lot happening there. Is that Saracier Dennis on the tackle? Shout out to him. Now we got Mason Rudolph. Are we lighting it? Are we throwing the bomb? Mason, where's the ball? Oh, Mason taking off. Look at the speed. Holy smokes, that's like a 30-yard run out of Mason Rudolph. Hell yeah. Now we're like, no, we're not deep enough. Guys, I know you guys know what play I'm talking about he's making a play right now. Is that DeMarcus Ayers? Is that his name, DeMarcus Ayers? Am I tweaking? Am I just like the dumbest? I don't know. I'm trying. There's a lot of backup players in right now as we get the kick in. I feel like that's DeMarcus Ayers, though. I'm not going to lie. If I'm wrong, then sue me. But, you know who I mean, though. Mason. Is that Broderick or Darnell Washington? Darnell Washington getting involved. I didn't really hear as much about Darnell as I would have liked to, as I thought I was gonna. But it's cool to see him get a pass. And now Mason lighting it up, throwing it deep. No, running, taking off. Where are we gonna go? Just throws it into the ground. Okay. This is our another kicker. He's getting another attempt at it. Let's see. Does he spank it? Banger! Hell yeah, he spanks it in there. Love to see it. 20-7 in the third quarter. After this Mason Rudolph throw, I'm going to get it off the normal highlights as Keanu Benton, I believe that is, gets a sack, or DeMarvin Leal, one of them. Yeah, I think it was DeMarvin Leal. DeMarvin Leal gets that sack. That's huge. Now let's see what's going on here. Oh, that might have been PI, but good thing the ball wasn't going there, but that was a little early of a push. The defense holds. We're the best. Mason Rudolph getting it. Are we? Oh, yeah. Just an absolute bomb. Are you kidding me? Guys. Are you kidding me right now? And I've seen this, and I've had this take. I've seen this take, and I'll say this take. Unless I'm missing something, unless Kenny just has it and hasn't shown me it, Mason Rudolph has the best deep ball on the team. Mason Rudolph, I think, has the best arm on the team. Because this was a strike. This was honestly a bit closer than I thought it was. But Calvin Austin, we talked about his speed. Calvin Austin's just very fast. And so, wait, I do want to catch man's name. Because if it's not DeMarcus Ayers, it's going to be something that, I know. Oh, Kobe. Okay, that was Kobe White again. DeMarcus Ayers, I swear, he played for the team before. I'm not just making this random name up. But Mason Rudolph, he definitely has the best arm on the team. In terms of just deep ball pass, I definitely think that's him. That was his thing out of college. That was his thing to James Washington. And then you combine that with Calvin Austin and his speed, his game-breaking speed. And really, you just got a recipe for success, I think. You just got a recipe for touchdowns. And granted, it won't be Mason Rudolph throwing the ball as we foreseeable future right now. But I mean, Calvin Austin can use this speed to really, change games for us. And like we saw George Pickens earlier, we saw him turn that into a touchdown. We have that. We have Deontay Johnson, who's probably our best receiver, and Deontay's done a lot of things for us. We have him making plays, right? And then we got Calvin Austin now, who's taking like literally the top off of defenses. Like this is spooky. And remember, weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago. If I go ahead and pull up my channel here as I accidentally show my email, but weeks and weeks ago, I made this video calling out the top five receiving cores. I made this months ago at this point, a month ago at this point. Fam, we do have a top 5 receiving core. Like I've been trying to say this, and like I'm just getting slept on. Like it's like, oh, we suck. Oh, you're biased. Oh, this. Oh, that. Great thumbnail out of me over here too. Oh, I'm biased, but it's like, bro, how? We got Calvin Austin, Allen Robinson, Darnell Washington, Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, Connor Hayward, Najee Harris, Jalen Warren. Like we got so many people. And Gunnar Olszewski, shit. Like, Kobe White, shit. Like, we got so many people. Pat Fryermuth. We got so many people. And for them to just blindly rank, like, the Raiders because they have one Devontae Adams and a Hunter Renfrow and, that, like, come on. And the Dolphins, like, they have Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. But really? Like, really? The Bills, they got Stephon Diggs, but you're telling me Gabriel Davis over George Pickens? Come on, like, what are we talking about right now? I think the Chiefs, they got Travis Kelce, and really that's it. Like, I just think, I just think they weren't watching. I think they were sleeping. I think everybody has been sleeping on us for this whole offseason, for this whole ordeal. And this week one preseason game, this was a preview. It's just a preseason, but it was just a preview of what's to come, I think. Because I really think we're going to start waking teams up and start showing we're for real. And we haven't just been drafting random players. We haven't just been drafting Chase Claypool to trade him. We haven't just been drafting Juju to let him go. We haven't just been drafting all these people for them to do nothing for us and then eventually fucking leave. Like, we haven't been doing that. This group of guys we have right now, combined with our young quarterback, combined with our quarterback on the rise, combined with our offensive coordinator who's really fighting for his life right now because he gets fired from the Steelers. I'll tell you what, I don't think another team's going to pick him up. After all the things we've said about him, after all the things that have transpired, after all the media takes too, not even just fans, but like people around the league, people recognizable around the league, just off the status of us, like all they know is Matt Canada stinks too, because that's all we tell them. Because it's true, Matt Canada has stunk. But really, I really think it's all coming to fruition. I think Matt Canada, he's getting his best case scenario. He's getting his Kenny Pickett. He's getting his Calvin Austin to work with because he really liked those guys. He's getting the jet sweeps off. We're getting pushed in the run game. Like, hey man. And on top of this, haven't I been saying this? Can I get a round of applause, please? Just, I know once again it's just me, and I'll be my own biggest fan. I know it's just one preseason game. But I'm telling, like, I genuinely feel positive about this team this year. I really feel positive about this team this year. And the reason I feel positive is, like, I'm not seeing this team and being like, oh, Super Bowl right now. I'm not seeing necessarily a Super Bowl this season. But I think this is going to be, a season in where when we lose, it's not going to be a fucking, like, damn, we flopped kind of loss. It's not going to be a Cleveland Browns playoff game. Or it's not gonna be a Chiefs game where we have no chance and we snuck into the playoffs and we get absolutely obliterated. It's not gonna be like that. I think this year when we lose, we're gonna lose at a time where it's like, man, we had a hell of a run. Like we did that. Whether it's not even making the playoffs, whether it's in the playoffs after a game, whether it's just in the playoffs, like I don't know. I think the way we're going to get there is going to be totally different this year. I think the way we're going to get there and the feelings we've had like to get there is going to be totally different. I think the starting out slow and having to rattle off 10 out of 11 wins in the last ends of the season, like having to pretty much go undefeated at the end of the season to make the playoffs, like to me, based off our schedule, based off our roster, based off this one preseason game where we lit the Buccaneers up, I think we're going to come out hot, man. I really think we're going to come out hot, and I think our schedule permits it. I think the teams, maybe the Bengals are still the AFC North, but I mean, the Browns aren't that crazy, I don't think, just on paper, and I don't think the Ravens are that crazy on paper. And the Bengals, we've seen them win the division 2 years in a row. Historically, the Bengals don't do that. And on top of that, historically, the teams in the NFL who are just dominating, unless you're the Chiefs, unless you're the Patriots, like the teams who are just dominating, you can't just do that either forever. And so the Bengals, they're gonna fall off at any time now. We're like, you ever hear like they got the momentum at the right time? You ever hear that term? Like, unless the Bengals go ahead and win the Super Bowl this year, and I'm sleeping. The Bengals, they got momentum at the right time for their playoff runs, but they've been riding out this momentum, and they haven't done shit with it. They haven't done nothing with it. They've won one AFC championship. Ooh, the Bengals won an AFC championship. Ooh, they've won one AFC championship, didn't win the Super Bowl. Next year they lose in the playoffs. Like, you don't just automatically get to go back to the playoffs, right? Because you did it before. That doesn't get to happen. And so they might have let the momentum run out to me. So that's just my take. And so, maybe we could win the division. Who knows? But I'm just saying, in general, the Steelers, like, I think we're going to have a positive season this year. And it's because Kenny Pickett, KP8, has taken the leap. He has taken the next step. I saw this tweet, and it was like, if you're not sold on Kenny Pickett yet, shut the fuck up. And really, you don't have to shut the fuck up. But when we have a drive like that first drive we had, when we had a drive like that first Kenny drive, that first Steelers drive, like when you have a drive like this, like you gotta just shut the fuck up. And if you're not believing in Kenny, like we were moving the ball, we were moving the ball all over the field. You guys, like, we know last year, we know years before, it's been dink and dunk. No movement after the catch, no yards after the catch. Like, man. And look how fast this ball gets here. Like, we're gonna keep going on Kenny Pickett, man, because I've been having to fight for my life trying to defend this dude, man. I've been seeing Baker Mayfield rated ahead of Kenny Pickett. And what did he do? He went into fucking Tampa Bay, spanked him, Baker. Guess what? You're losing to Kyle Trask. Give a phone call. I'm getting a phone call. Who's this? Derek Carr? Why is this a New Orleans number? Oh, because we spanked you too and sent you home. And your brother was talking all that shit about Big Ben. And guess what? How's his brother now? His brother's on a new team. Because when Kenny Pickett came to town, he took his job. And he left with a W. So, hey, that's just me. That is just me. That's what I'm saying. I got to go so hard because if I don't, it's Kenny Pickett has small hands and he's mid. If I'm not saying what I'm saying right now, Kenny Pickett sucks, So we got to go this hard. And Baker Mayfield, you were never better than Kenny Pickett. I don't give a fuck what playoff win ever happened, bro. You were never better than Kenny Pickett. And if people weren't sleeping, Kenny Pickett would have went way higher in the draft. Like, I don't know what happened. I know Baker Mayfield, he did that, we're going to plant the flag in Ohio State. And Baker Mayfield at Oklahoma in a fantastic offensive system with Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray, I believe, and at the Caleb Williams at a time. Like, Caleb Williams is coming into it now. Like, who doesn't succeed at Oklahoma? Landry Jones was an Oklahoma legend. I don't think their coach was there, but I'm just saying Oklahoma, a huge school that has had, prospect after prospect after prospect. Baker Mayfield, like, I hate to break it to you, but you're probably, just another one of these prospects that went to a big school. And I know you didn't rank yourself over Kenny Pickett, and so, this doesn't have anything to do with you. But Kenny Pickett's better than you, bro. And on top of that playoff win was Mickey, and you got lucky, and now you're not on that team. So, sorry, Baker. Sorry, Derek Carr. You're not better than Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's the GOAT. I do want to get to the Quan Alexander hits. I think I am going to dive off this rant and kind of circle back, kind of get some singular plays, All right, so I got some of the Quan plays up. I think it might accidentally play the audio, but I apologize for that. But I really did want to show these off and kind of talk about Quan for a second. Right here, we got a pass in the backfield, and Quan just absolutely lights him up. Bro, really, I really don't want the audio to play, but fuck it. The audio might play. Quan just lights him up back here. And this right here is stopped immediately. Stopped immediately. Can we get a gunshot? Quan Alexander gets hella gunshots, bro. Like, stopped immediately. This is amazing. And I think Quan Alexander has now been inserted into the starting lineup. Like, this right here is absolutely, you love to see it. You love to see it. And he made a few plays like this. And they gave this a penalty. They gave this a flag. Is this a flag, guys? Really? Can we be honest, objective here? Is this really a flag? Come on, man. Like, what are we talking about here? The no fun league. Look at that ref. Unbelievable. This is a clean hit. Like, what is he supposed to do? And he's so late. Number 17, LJ the ref. Come on, man. Like, what are you talking about right now? So that was that play. And then we got another play with him right up the middle. Let's peep this one. The audio just, oh my gosh, absolutely laying the wood, bro. Laying the hit stick. Like, stopped immediately. Like, this right here is beautiful. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. Isn't this what we've been saying too about the middle linebackers? Isn't this what we've been saying? Like, and granted, what a move by this. This is a tackle right here. Yo, this 67. Does he have eyes? Wait, is this 60? Oh no, okay. I was gonna say, does he have like eyes in the back of his head? This was a nice pickup by Mans right here. That was a great pickup. And if Quan isn't coming flying 90,000 miles per hour down the hole, then he's taking this up. He's using his offensive lineman, taking this up, and we're down to 41. I think I forget who 41 is, but that used to be Robert Spillane. But we're in this third level now. You know, immediately if Quan isn't coming down to make this play, he makes this block on 34. Running back is taking this up. He's taking this up, but Quan Alexander's there on the hit, and we also had Cole Holcomb. He's a dog. Cole Holcomb breaks this block too, and he tackles him back there too. But Quan Alexander, we definitely did want to show Quan Alexander off, and then all gas, no brakes. I think this is that same play, maybe. This might be that same play, but just like a better view of it over the top. Yeah, it's the same play. And this, look how much better this. Look how much clearer this looks in the sky cam, like this. And I'm pretty sure this is the same play once again. Look how much clearer this looks. He picks him up, and if Quan isn't right here, this is a touchdown, bro. This is at least a play to guy down here if Quan doesn't come up and make this play. And this is a play made for him. The line opens up. This is a play you have to make. You have to hit this hole fast. You have to get there. You have to. Absolutely have to. And once again, I know I'm harping on this, but we absolutely nuked our middle linebacker department. We got rid of all of them, right? And so this is what we've been needing to see. This is what the signs we've needed to see, because, you know, Miles Jack has been somebody. Devin Bush at some point was somebody. Robert Spillane, you know, these guys played for us for a while. And when they played for us, we still had a decent defense. It's like the Terrell Edmonds getting rid of. Like, we got rid of Terrell Edmonds, and he wasn't really a problem. The middle linebackers were a problem for us, but still, with that said, we were able to get a good defense out of it. And so we could have just held firm. We could have just kept going the course. The standard is the standard, you know, next man up, all that shit. We could have kept doing that. Or we go get Quan Alexander, and he fucking punches this hole and stops us run immediately. I like that logic. I like that play out of the Steelers. Let me know what you guys think of that. Yeah. And on next, I did mention the Mason over Mitch, and I kind of already did talk about it. But just real quick, I guess. Yo, is Mason going to beat out Mitch for our backup spot? Let me get, I don't know. I want something over this. But is Mason going to beat out Mitch for our starting spot? Like, I know Mitch is making a decent amount of money. I know Mitch, we signed him for a pretty big contract, and he actually maybe would have been the guy if Kenny Pickett didn't, you know, if he wasn't so good. Mitch was supposed to be the guy, right? And we know that when Mason Rudolph gets in the game, actual NFL games for the Steelers, it's not good, right? It's not good. But, I mean, if Mason can beat out Mitch, right, that is just, to me, a positive for Mason. That, to me, is like, you know, trending in the right direction for Mason Rudolph. The ultimate play, to me, is to get something for Mason. That is the ultimate play. That is the impossible challenge. That is the Mr. Beast video. That is the challenge. It is get any kind of return on investment for 4th or 5th round pick Mason Rudolph. Maybe even 3rd round pick Mason Rudolph. I forget. But any kind of return on investment, because we know Mason, if he has to come into the game as a backup, you know, it's not going to be good. If you're still holding out faith in Mason Rudolph, then you got me. But Mason Rudolph playing for us, we've seen time and time again, hasn't been good, right? Mitchell Trubisky playing for us, we don't have as big of a sample size. But, I mean, you know, we saw that pick in the game. We saw the Ravens game that we lost. The one game really he won was the Tampa Bay. And Kenny Pickett started that game. So, really, that's Mitch's only win on the team. And, you know, Mason maybe is outplaying him, man. Like, what do we have to say about that? Mason is maybe outplaying Mitch. And I swear, guys, this is before this channel even got started. But on the post game reactions, the Zaya and the Steelers thing was built on the post game reactions. Like, before last season, I was saying, like, Mitch is horrible, guys. Getting Mitch is a waste of time, because shit, Mason Rudolph is outplaying him already. And Mason has had a way, way, way longer time on the offense, way longer time with people like Deontay and shit. But Mitch now is his second season, his second camp, and he's not practicing as the starter. He's practicing as the backup. Mason has been practicing as the backup. Mason's not going third string. And this, to me, I know it's like, boo Mason, we hate Mason, but this is a gunshot. Mitchell Trubisky, this is my backup spot. Like, this is my job. Like, fuck out of here, Mitch. Like, who gives a fuck about Mitchell Trubisky, you know? If you're Mason Rudolph. And I'm sure they're close. I'm sure, you know, it's a friendly competition, all this. But if you're Mason Rudolph trying to extend your NFL life right now, like, who gives a fuck about Mitchell Trubisky? And on top of that, the Steelers, we drafted Kenny first round, right? First round pick. Boom, Kenny Pickett. We're paying Mitchell Trubisky $10 million, right? A year, like that, which is a decent amount of money, which is more than Kenny, more than our first round starting quarterback. Mitch is making more than him, I think, right? If that's not true, it's close, right? Mason Rudolph hears all that shit in one ear, but in the other ear, it's fuck it, bro. Like, that's all noise, bro, because I don't give a fuck what you're trying to do, Pittsburgh. I love the energy from Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph doesn't give a fuck that they're trying to have Mitch be the backup. They're trying to have Mitch kind of teach Kenny, and, you know, Mitch is going to be our backup of the future. We're just going to kind of, you know, do something with Mason. I don't know. Mason doesn't give a singular fuck, bruh. Mason wants to play. Mason has been wanting to play. Mason, the day he got drafted, had to listen to Big Ben fucking shit on him. Like, oh, I don't think we need him. And granted, maybe we didn't. But Mason Rudolph get bopped on the head by Myles Garrett. You know, like, this guy has been... Mason Rudolph getting benched for Duck Hodges. You think he's about to lay down for Mitchell Trubisky? This guy has been through it all. He's been through it all. And it's beautiful. Honestly, it's beautiful to see. To me, it's beautiful to see Mason Rudolph still fighting. It's beautiful to see him up in that trade value. Because, Mason, I have not fucking gave up. We are going to get a 7th round pick for you, buddy. We're going to send you to a new team, and you're going to get a new chance because you're playing great, Mason. Keep playing great. Keep doing your thing, Mason. Because I want Mason to succeed, man. I like Mason. When we drafted, well, I shouldn't say I like Mason given the, you know, allegations, but, you know, when we drafted him, I was thinking, like, you know, maybe he can be our guy. He didn't end up being our guy, you know. Myles Garrett situation, did he say it? Did he not say? You know, all that stuff happened, and so here we are now, and it's kind of like he's a joke. But at the time, I was excited to get Mason, and you know, I wanted things to work out for him. I had faith, and so if Mason goes to a new team where it's fresh, where he has an actual chance to maybe do something, where it's not just, you know, I don't want to say political, but you know, it's not Big Ben starting. You're never going to get a chance. It's not Kenny Pickett, first round pick, and Mitchell Trubisky making $10 million. So you're not going to really get a chance. I want him to have a fair chance. That's it. I want him to have a fair chance, and maybe he'll do something with it, and maybe we'll get him off the team so we can stop tying the fucking Lions or whatever the hell Mason Rudolph does. With all that said, too, let's you know, one more time. Any teams out there, you looking for it? Mason, this he's got wheels, he's got an arm, he throws it away, like he won't make unforced errors. Where is the touchdown? I want to see this deep pass one more time. I want to leave. There it is. Teams, if you're looking for a quarterback, this is your guy. Mason Rudolph is the guy, bro. Like, look at this deep ball to Calvin Austin. You're telling me you don't want to give up just a singular 7th round pick, maybe a 6th round pick? How about a 5th round pick? You know what? Good quarterbacks, they go for a 4th round pick. And Mason Rudolph, he's a good quarterback with experience. So what's that, a 3rd round pick? And if you're going to give up a 3rd round pick, why not give up a 2nd round pick? And if you're already willing to give up a 2nd round pick, you might as well come up off that 1st round pick and go get you a real quarterback like Mason Rudolph. So, you know, I don't know if the Steelers will answer, but if you guys need, you know, someone to call, you can call me. We can get this trade done. Anybody, any pick. If you guys want Mason Rudolph, call me. We'll get it done. So that's really that. And then Mitchell Trubisky, really, brother, you're losing to Mason Rudolph, Mitch. I mean, I'm a lower mind. You're losing to Mason Rudolph, Mitch, really? Like, I didn't have the biggest faith in you. I killed you after that Ravens game. You fucked up our season, Mitch. We can't beat out Mason Rudolph, really? Really, you're supposed to be our guy. I mean, I've been liking the whole, I'm going to be the backup. I'm a mentor Kenny Pickett. I've been liking it. You can't beat out Mitch, or you can't beat out Mason, Mitch. You can't do that? Really? We paid you $10 million to maybe be our starter, and you can't beat out Mason Rudolph? Really? Hey, Steelers, everybody, who signed Mitch? Was it Colbert? Was it Colbert? Look at the spot you guys got us in right now. We're sitting here trying to figure out if Mason Rudolph is better than Mitchell Trubisky, right? We're trying to figure that out right now. And last season, we were thinking Mitchell Trubisky was gonna be, if not the transition quarterback, we thought Mitchell Trubisky was going to be able to give us at least a season or two of competent quarterback play while we, build up some other things. And here we are, the next season, trying to figure out if this dude is better than Mason fucking Rudolph. Are you kidding me? It is what it is. What do you guys think? Mason, Mitch, I know I've kind of been cursing and whatnot, but I do like you guys both. You guys are Steelers, so I rock with that. I rock with you. Mason, if we're not going to get anything for you, I'd rather you just, be on the team, keep chilling. Mitch, like I said, maybe you can be our backup of the future. Like, I think, there's way less bad Mitch tape on the Steelers than there is bad Mason tape on the Steelers, so it's not fully out. It's not fully over. But we can't be having this happen, Mitch. We got to pick it up. Got to solidify yourself as that backup. Otherwise, I might just want to keep Mason because he's been on the team longer. You ever heard of seniority rules? You ever heard of that? Like, I might just want to do that. So, we'll see. Lastly, I did want to talk about Kendrick Green. I did want to show off the plays in the preseason game, but truthfully, I really just can't find them. But apparently, he didn't have the best time playing center. And Big Ben actually on his podcast came out and had this to say. And really, it's not the craziest, but I'm just going to let it play and then I'm going to give my take on it. So we're going to let this play. Shout out to Big Ben. Shout out to his podcast. Shout out to this guy for reposting his podcast, which pretty sure this isn't Big Ben. And so with that said, hey, I'm going to repost it too, Big Ben. Let's not clap my video. But anyway, we're going to play this. Hopefully you guys can hear it.
Fact of the matter that I heard this week, that the guy that they drafted, and I love this guy, so this is not a knock on him.
He loves him.
Kendrick Green.
I love Kendrick. He loves him, guys. He loves him.
Yeah. He was a great guy. Good.
Fucking great guy. Remember we were talking about who was the great guy a few episodes ago? There was another person that was a great guy. Oh yeah, Eli Rogers was saying Ryan Switzer was a great guy. Like, it's always a great guy, right?
Teammate, loved him. He was my
fantastic teammate.
My center my last year. They drafted that guy to be my center.
Right.
Well, last year he didn't even dress, and now they have him playing a little bit of fullback. I think good for him to find a way to get on the field.
Yeah. Right. All right. He's gonna.
Yes. Like he could say, you know what?
He's gonna.
I'm not the starting center anymore. I'm not even the backup center. Right. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Right.
Quit. But he's like, no. Hey, how can I help the team?
Right.
You gotta love it.
But it's still funny that that's the guy they got for me. Kevin Colbert and them drafted him to be my center my last year.
All right. So we heard Big Ben say it. Kendrick Green, great guy. Kendrick Green, he's trying his best. Kendrick Green, we know Kendrick Green isn't having the best time, right? Everybody knows this, right? Everybody on the fucking planet knows this, right? Everybody knows Kendrick Green is not having a good time, right? And Kendrick Green, playing fullback, is having a good time. Kendrick Green on the line, not having a good time, right? Right. Okay, cool. You got me, right? But if you're Kendrick Green, okay, can't you say the guy that they drafted me to block for is 100 and can't fucking run at all? Can you say that? Can you get that off? I know he's a legend. I know Big Ben is the guy. And I probably have more footage of me hating on Big Ben than I do loving Big Ben. But I do love Big Ben. But I'm tired of him getting this shit off and like what, Ben? Who's the center? Who do we draft? Who do we get at center for you to succeed at 40 years old, Ben? It was over, Ben. It's done. It was over. Like, oh, this is the guy they gave to be my center. I'm Big Ben. Big Ben, you're a legend, bruh. We love you, Big Ben. But what the fuck were we supposed to do? We missed on Kendrick Green. Apologies. We missed on Kendrick Green. Marquise Pouncey. Why were you playing without Marquise Pouncey? Why did Marquise Pouncey leave? Why didn't you keep playing with him? Like, I don't understand. Like, we had to get a new center, bruh. Because we had to. We had to get a new center. We flopped on Kendrick Green. You got me. But fam, like, really, that's the guy who they got to be my center. Like, I'm still mad that they made me retire. Ben, it was over, brother. It was over, brother. It was over, and you were making $80 trillion. You took the pay cut, but the pay cut still, like, wasn't even, like, bro, it was over, man. It was over. And I know maybe I'm taking this too far. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. But he's always getting this shit off, and it's like, he's still trying to make the team. He's still trying to do this thing. And, he gave the, I respect to him. Shout out to him for really, trying. But when I was there, he was horrible. That's what Ben just said. That's what he just said. And people just eat this shit up. People just eat it up. It's like, bro, he's still trying to make the team. And you really think that people are going to hear this and be like, yeah, like we support Kendrick Green. We love. No, they're even madder at Kendrick Green now because now they know you hated him and you didn't hate him. He's a great guy, great teammate. You didn't hate him, but you hated the way he blocked for you. You hated fucking the snaps and shit. And granted, as a fan too, I hate him too. You know, you're smart. I'm not Big Ben Roethlisberger. I'm not a guy who can sway the fans one way or another. I'm not a guy who has a responsibility to the media to not just say whatever. I guess he doesn't have the responsibility now, but to not just say whatever, to not just praise myself, shitting on other people. To not be like, I could have did it. I could have kept playing, but the Steelers, they drafted this guy who's not dressing it and playing fullback as my center. Granted, we flopped. We know that. But why are you coming out years later saying this, Ben? I don't know. Am I taking this too far? Am I making something out of nothing? Let me know. I feel like Ben has a history of this. I'm going to play it one more time. Let me play it one more time.
And now he's playing full. The fact of the matter that I heard this week, that the guy that they drafted, and I love this guy, so this is not a knock on him. I love Kendrick Green.
It's not a knock on him. I love Kendrick Green.
Yeah. He was a great guy, good teammate, loved to have. He was my center my last year. They drafted that guy to be my center.
They drafted that guy to be my center.
Well, last year he didn't even dress. And now they have him playing a little bit of fullback.
So what? That's all. So what? How does that even? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm hating. I'm hating. I'm a hater. I don't know. If we don't have Kendrick Green and we have star center, do we win the Super Bowl? Is Ben still playing now? Is that what's going on? Because if that's not the case, then what the fuck are we talking about? Why are we shitting on Kendrick Green?
I think good for him.
Good for him
to find a way to get on the field.
Yes.
Like he could say, you know what? I'm not the starting center anymore. I'm not even the backup center. I don't even know what I'm doing.
I'm not even the backup. Yo, guys. That's not like, what are we talking about? I'm not even the backup center. Why'd he slip that in there? I'm just saying he's doing this to whatever.
Quit. But he's like, no. Hey, how can I help the team?
You gotta love it.
But it's still funny that that's the guy they got for me. Kevin Colbert and them drafted him to be my center my last year, and now he's playing full.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, man. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else I can say about this. It's just so ridiculous, man. Am I tweaking right now? Please let me know if I'm tweaking. Please. But yeah, like he's not even the backup center anymore. Like I get what he's trying to say. I really get it. I get he has that competitive fire. I get he's not the happiest with how we went out. But doing anything to help the team, it took fucking 18 years for this dude to take a pay cut. How about that? It took us practically kicking him off the team for him to be like, all right, I'll take a pay cut. We wanted to move on the year we drafted Kendrick Green, the year he's talking about, the center we gave him, we were trying to give that to fucking Mitch. We were trying to give Kendrick Green to Kenny or Malik Willis. We weren't trying to give him to you. But you were like, I wanted to stay. I want to stay one more year. So, you got Kendrick Green, Ben. I'm sorry. You got Kendrick Green. Kendrick Green, he's still on the team. He's still trying to do his thing, making the team. Who knows if he will. But we did we need this? Did we need this? Am I taking this too far? Did we need this? This is so fucked up. To me, this is so fucked up, man. I don't know. But really, I think that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Please let me know what you think of this Big Ben Kendrick Green take. Is he taking shots at Kendrick Green? Is Big Ben still mad that he's not playing? Is Big Ben still upset that he had to retire? Let me know. And then, of course, this Buccaneers game recap. If this weekend wasn't as hectic as it was, if I wasn't on the move and traveling, the recaps normally come out directly after the game is over. And then these podcasts will be used for kind of talking about those games and kind of talking about other current situations going on. But I had to come back to this Bucs game and I had to talk about some things. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys would like to stick around for the next episode of the Zaya&TheSteelers podcast. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, ring the bell for notifications, do all that fun stuff. Look out for the videos coming out this week. And like I said, I feel like I did a lot of let me know. Let me know in the comments, guys. What are your thoughts about some of these situations? Because I don't know, like this Big Ben thing. This is old news. This is mad old news, and so it might not even matter at this point. But I don't know. I felt super weird about this when I saw it. Because the whole world is trying to shit on Kendrick Green. The whole world wants this dude cut. The whole world wants this guy to get off the team, and then here comes Big Ben. Unbelievable. But yeah, let me know. Going to current players on the team and the current Steelers team, we're looking great. Hopefully next week, I believe, is the Bills game. I will definitely be available for that one. We will get a post-game recap. We will talk about that game, and we will see, you know, how the Steelers are going to look in game 2 of the preseason. We'll see probably more of the backups, maybe some more of the starters. We'll see. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. I've said all this already. Peace out. See you in the next one. Bang.